At the dawn of the Cold War, when the arms race between the USSR and the USA was accelerating, a highly secretive facility operated deep in the Urals, hidden from the public eye. After World War II, the Soviet Union aimed to catch up with and surpass the United States in nuclear arms development. In 1945, the construction of the Mayak plant began, a facility that would become the heart of the Soviet atomic program. It was located in the closed city of Chelyabinsk 40, later known as Ozersk. The plant specialized in producing plutonium, a key component of nuclear warheads. The Mayak plant was a crucial link in the Soviet nuclear program. It produced plutonium for the first Soviet atomic bombs and processed vast amounts of radioactive waste. These wastes posed a significant threat as their safe storage required special tanks with cooling and monitoring systems. On September 29, 1957, the cooling system of one of the liquid radioactive waste storage tanks failed. This was due to design and operational errors, as well as the overall worn-out state of the equipment. In the context of strict secrecy and constant urgency, errors were not always corrected in time. Over time, large volumes of waste accumulated in the tank, making cooling critical. As a result of overheating, an explosion equivalent to 70 tons of TNT occurred. The tank was destroyed, and radioactive substances were released into the atmosphere, forming a giant cloud containing about 20 million curies of radioactive materials. The radioactive cloud generated by the explosion began to spread northeast of the plant. It covered vast areas of the Chelyabinsk, Sverdlovsk, and Tyumen regions. The radiation quickly settled on the ground, creating a hazardous contamination zone over 300 kilometers long and up to 50 kilometers wide. This area, known as the East Ural Radioactive Trace, became a disaster zone. People living in these areas knew nothing of what had happened. They continued their daily lives, unknowingly exposed to lethal doses of radiation. Evacuation only began several days after the disaster, when the scale of the catastrophe became evident. But for many, it was already too late. About 10,000 people were forced to leave their homes. Villages and settlements in the heavily contaminated zone were abandoned forever. Thousands of liquidators, soldiers, and civilian specialists were sent into the zone to conduct decontamination and disaster response. Many of them worked without proper protection, leading to radiation exposure and severe illnesses in the following years.